Hello, we are going to do a random simulation, and you could either use dice. Let's roll the 3. Maybe you have these little ones. Roll the 6 that time. Or you could use some other random simulator, but we need to be able to randomly generate 6 different possibilities. So let's look at some other things and why we might do this. Okay, so here is the idea. Each box of sweet oat crunchy cereal contains one of 6 collectible Pokemon cards. Students in an elementary school class want to know how many boxes of the cereal should they expect to buy before getting the entire set. Now, we can't easily go to the store and keep buying boxes and hope we get all 6. That could take a while. Because again, it's kind of random which one you get. Now, I'm assuming here that each of the cards is equally likely. So that's a big assumption. Got to go with that if we're going to simulate this. To solve this, instead of buying the boxes, we're going to roll a dice, and each number on the die represents getting one of the cards. So a moment ago I rolled, in my simulation with dice, I rolled a 3, so I got card number 3. And then I rolled a 6, so I got card number 6. So then I keep rolling the dice to see what happens. So then I'm going to get a 4, and a 3, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1. Let's see, what do I need? I still need 2 and 5. Oh, I just got a 5. Oh, and then I got a 2. Okay, so it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tries. So that's 9 boxes of cereal before I got all 5. Now, you didn't see me roll the dice for those, and I actually didn't. I used a random simulation to do instead. But I could have just rolled the dice 9 times and hoped to see that happen. Now, is it always going to happen in 9 times? Well, no. Just like when you flip a coin, you could get a bunch of heads in a row. Again, randomness is going on here. So we have to use some kind of valid random simulation technique. Hopefully you saw in a previous video, humans are not good at being random. So if I just try to randomly make up a number from 1 through 6 off the top of my head, I'm going to do a crap job of that. So what could you do? 1, you could roll dice over and over again, writing down what you get each time, and then you stop when you got the numbers you want. So here I can see, although I got a bunch of 3s, a couple of 4s, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all 6 cards. I have some duplicates. It's possible it could happen. The minimum number of boxes or rolls it would be 6. Possible. But it could take a while. So how are you going to do it? Again, roll dice, one option, write it down. This is one trial. In this experiment, we're going to do repeated trials. Random.org is a great website if you want to learn more about randomness and how humans try and create randomness. This is a great site to start at, and they have some links you can follow to learn more. They also have some tools here that you can use, like they have a random dice roller down here, and I've selected that. That brought me to this page, and it starts off showing 2 dice. You can roll 2 at a time or 5 at a time, whatever you like. I'm just going to roll 1 at a time, and I can just roll the dice. I got a 5 that time. Roll again, I got another 5. Roll again, I got a 1. Now it timestamps it each time so I can confirm it's a different roll. So again, I just want to keep track of that. So my second attempt at this, I got a 5, then a 5, and then a 2. And I can just keep doing that. Oh, I got a 1. Sorry, I lied. And then a 3. And there's my 2. All right. So that wasn't a 2 there. It was a 1, and then a 3, and then a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls. I still don't have them all yet. I got a couple more to go. Keep trying. Roll again. I got another 1, another 1, a 5. All right, so this is supposed to be random chance. And I'm hoping to get a 4 soon. 6, 6, 4. Okay. So 6, 6, and then 4. And so altogether, how many rolls did it take this time, or how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It took me 11 tries that time. And I want to know if I repeat this process a bunch of times. So this is my first trial at it. This is my second, so trial 1, trial 2. I want you to do this at least 15 times. And again, 9 boxes that time, 11. The smallest possible number of rolls or boxes would be 6, because there's 6 possibilities, but it could go on a long time before you finally get all 6. So you could roll dice virtually, you could roll dice for real. Other options include random.org has a, somewhere in here, integer generator, or a sequence of integers. So I tried the integer generator, that's over here. And the integer generator says it will generate 100 random integers. Each integer I'm saying can be low as 1 and up to 6. And I'm going to put it in columns of 10. So I entered these values here, here, and here. I go get the numbers. And then looking at this, let's see, suppose we go across. I got a 4, a 3, a 3, a 4, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 5, a 3, a 2. What's missing from there? I'm still missing a 1 and a 6. So I keep going here. Oh, there's a 6, there's a 1. Okay, finally, the first row up to here, I have, again, they're doing the random generation, so it's like rolling a 6-sided die. So it took me 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tries that time. And so what I'd like you to do is document your work. So then my third trial is going to have the list of those numbers, and then there were 14 boxes that time. So that's going to be, again, I'm going to list out those numbers here. That's going to be the third trial, and I'm going to keep doing this till I get at least 15 trials. I'm having trouble writing today. Trial 15. How many? We're going to get some number, and then we're going to average those out. And that's going to give us an estimate of what to expect, how many boxes a kid might have to get before they're probably going to get all 6 cards. And then we're going to pull the class data for that. Another idea, if you've seen some of my videos before, you saw that spreadsheets have random number generators with them. So I'm going to use a spreadsheet to do that. What I would do here for that is I would use the rand between option. And I want a number between 1 and 6. So every time I run rand between 1 and 6 there, it's gonna be like rolling a die. I'm gonna get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, equally likely for each number. The pro of that is it's quick and easy, and I can fill it down and get a whole bunch of those. The downside of that is every time I do something else on the spreadsheet, like I start typing something else, like I want to do that again, 1 and 6, it's going to reshuffle all those random numbers, and I get a different set of random numbers here. Now, for this simulation, I need to hold on to those random numbers. So if you do want to use a spreadsheet, I played around with different ways to do it. This changing randomness kind of screws up the whole counting. When did I get 1 through 6? So here's my recommendation on how to do that. When I ran this a couple of times before, let's look at this example here. My worst case scenario so far is it took me 39 tries before I got the numbers 1 through 6 uniquely. So I finally got the number 3 in my 39th roll using the random number generator in the spreadsheet. But usually it happened in way fewer than that. So here's how I would do this. I would make at least 20 of them for each simulation. So I'm going to fill that one more time. And we need to do that at least 15 times. So I need 15 rows going that way. So I took my rand between, so I'm just going to start over, do some stuff here. So I'm just going to fill that down. Oops, I missed. Type the formula, fill it down, and get at least 20 going there. And then fill it across. And the fill across should go, so you get at least 15 numbers. So that should be more than far enough there. And then we set our human minds upon this. So column A is my first trial. Now, again, as I do stuff on here, it's going to edit these numbers. So what we're going to do to fix that is we're going to, every one of these numbers is a different rand between result. So to get rid of the risk of losing all this particular set of numbers, I'm going to copy all of them. And then I'm going to paste them back on top of themselves, but I'm just going to paste the values, not the formula they came from. Then it will fix these random numbers. I copied them. I selected all of them. I copied them, and right on top, I'm just going to do paste values only. Now, instead of being ran between 1 and 6, it's now just a 4 and it's just a 5. So they're not going to mess around. Then I can look through the list here, and I want to see when did I get the numbers 1 through 6. So I had 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 4. Ooh, right there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I'm just going to highlight those. Highlight this. Say, yay, I found them. I go to the next column. And I'm looking for the numbers 1 through 6. So I can see, let's see, I finally got a 5. I think there I got it. And then you just got to double check yourself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I finally got all of them. So I'm going to highlight that column and say, okay, I want to keep those. Move on to the next one. And again, you're just scanning these with your eyes. There's not an easy way to do this otherwise. I don't have 6 yet. All right, I think I might have got it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first time I get a 6 is down there. And I'm just going to keep going through. Now, what happens if you're looking through a list and you get to the bottom of the list and you still haven't gotten the number that you want? Well, then what you're going to do is you're just going to grab some of these random numbers from the previous column that you didn't need, and you're just going to stick those at the bottom. And if you still didn't find the number you need, you're just going to go grab more and stick them down there until this is what I had to do to get that when I had the one that was 39 before I finally got one, because they're all random. So it could be you need to go beyond the 20 or 20 something that you made. And then in the end, what I want to know is just how long is each of these. So here I can see it took me 7 tries to get all 6. Here and the next try, it took me 13 tries. This one right here took me 14 tries. So you could try it this way too. So you have a couple of options. You could roll the dice and record what you get throughout each one. And then you're done with a trial when you finally have all 6 numbers, 1 through 6 in there. So the first time I did it with the dice, it took me 9 tries. Then I tried it again with the random number generator from random.org. That took me 11 tries. Again, you could roll the dice. You could use a random number generator. You could use a spreadsheet. So some way you have to have 15 total trials, and some of the trials can be longer than others. So again, I'll show you my spreadsheet from earlier. Zoom out a touch. I did 18 trials here using the technique I was just demonstrating on this sheet right here. And then I annotated a little bit. I have the trial number, and up above I have the count of how many random numbers it took before I finally saw the numbers 1 through 6 in the list below. And for my 18 trials, on average, it was about 13.6, so 13 or 14 boxes, according to my research, until I get all. So if the kids ask me, well, what do you think, Mr. Parker? How many boxes of cereal do we have to buy? According to my 18 trials here, you're going to have to buy like 13 or 14 boxes before you finally get all 6. You might get lucky, and it could happen in 7 tries. It could happen in 6 tries. But you could be an unlucky person that could take 39 boxes before you finally get that last card you were missing. All right. Good luck with this simulation of reality. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Do good math. Bye-bye.